Let's explore the Python super function. In this video, we'll learn how to use super to access methods from a parent class. So, what exactly is super? Super is a built-in function in Python that provides access to methods and properties of a parent or sibling class. It enables proper inheritance in both single and multiple inheritance scenarios. It avoids the need to explicitly reference the parent class name, making your code more maintainable. And importantly, super follows the method resolution order, also known as MRO, which determines the order in which base classes are searched when executing a method. Take a look at the code example. We have a parent class with a showInfo method, and a child class that inherits from the parent. Using super, we can call the parent showInfo method from within the child class. Why should you use super in your Python code? Firstly, it promotes the DRY principle, which stands for Don't Repeat Yourself. It helps you avoid code duplication by reusing parent class methods without rewriting them. Secondly, it enhances code maintainability. When parent class names change, using super means you don't need to update all references manually, making your code easier to maintain. Thirdly, it correctly handles method calls in complex inheritance hierarchies by following Python's method resolution order. Finally, it allows for easy method extension, so that you can extend parent methods without completely replacing them, adding functionality before or after calling the parent method. Let's go through the basic steps of using super. First, create a parent class with methods you want to inherit. Second, create a child class that inherits from the parent class. Third, override methods in the child class to provide specialized behavior. And fourth, use super to call the parent's version of a method from within the child class. Here's a code example. We have an animal class with an init, which is short for initialize method, and a makeSound method. The dog class inherits from the animal class. In the dog's init method, we use super to call the animal's init method, and in the dog's makeSound method, we again use super to call the parent's makeSound method before adding the dog's specific bark. This ensures the animal's initialization logic is executed before the dog's specific initialization. Likewise, animal's sound logic is executed before the dog's specific sound. Super is closely related to method resolution order, or MRO. Method resolution order determines the order in which Python searches for methods in a hierarchy of classes. The super function follows the MRO when looking for parent class methods, not just the immediate parent. In this diagram, the MRO of class D is DBCA, and then object, where object is the base class for all classes in Python. When super is called in class D, it looks for methods in class B first, then class C, then class A following the MRO. Super can be used with or without arguments. The full syntax of super includes a type and an object or type argument. However, in common usage, especially within methods, super is often called without arguments. In Python 3, the argument-less form super with open and close parentheses is equivalent to super with the current class and self as arguments inside instance methods. Here's an example. We have a shape class with an init method and a rectangle class that inherits from shape. Within the rectangle's init method, we can use either the implicit form, super with open and close parentheses, or the explicit form, super with rectangle and self as arguments, to call the shape's init method. Note, use explicit arguments when working with class methods, static methods, or when you need to reference a specific class in the inheritance chain. When a class inherits from multiple parents, super follows Python's method resolution order to determine which parent's method to call. Consider this example. We have a flyer class, a swimmer class, and a bird class, each with their own methods. The duck class inherits from bird, swimmer, and flyer. When the duck's move method calls super.move, it calls the move method of the first class in its MRO, which is the bird class. For proper multiple inheritance, all classes should also use super to ensure the entire MRO chain is followed. To see the method resolution order of a class, use classname.__MRO__, or classname.MRO with open and close parentheses. To make the most of super, here are some best practices to keep in mind. First, use super consistently throughout the inheritance chain for cooperative inheritance. Second, keep method signatures compatible throughout the inheritance chain when using super. And third, when multiple inheritance is involved, document the expected method resolution order and dependencies. Also, here are some anti-patterns to avoid. Don't assume that super always calls the immediate parent class's method, it follows the MRO. Don't mix direct class calls with super in the same inheritance hierarchy. And don't forget to pass all required arguments when calling the parent method with super. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.